bad, pass and fail. Who told us that success was something that would make us happy and failure should be something that made us sad? It's something that I started thinking ever since Ravi gave me this opportunity to speak at Pechakucha. When he told me, I was very happy because this is just who I am. I love speaking, I go on speaking. But when he told me that the topic was failure, I started thinking so hard, like, where have I failed? And what is failure? So hard that I failed in giving him my presentation itself. I looked for failure so badly everywhere that I think I was the last one to give him my presentation. So is failure all about what we think? When I was shifting schools, I thought I was an introvert in my first school, and in 8th standard my parents decided let's change our school. And I thought, like, how is an introvert like me going to fit in this new school and get new friends? But this is the picture in my first year in that school where I made so many friends and I'm still friends with them. This is the picture in the last year of that school, and it's one of my favorite days that we had that day. I'm in the front. This was all my friends that I made that day. It was the happiest day of my life. I was so scared, how am I going to make friends? That I failed in that thought, but I did make a lot of friends. I was a big introvert back then. Few years before that, there was a fashion show that took place in my school, and I told my mom about it, just laughing, you know what, there's a fashion show, haha. And she said, why don't you take part? And I said, what? She said, go for it, I'll give you a sari, and I was very happy. The first 3 pictures are me all scared, what am I walking? The second picture is me smiling because I passed that round. I failed that fashion show, but who remembers that? I passed that round is what I remember. That led me to dancing in school, taking part in a cheerleading activity that boosted my confidence entirely, that I suddenly was this new-found super girl that I could do anything and everything I wanted. Later on I come to college and I'm thinking, oh my god, from Kuwait I'm come to Goa, how am I going to be in this new country, forget a different school? And I had the best of friends. In my first semester I failed 5 out of 6 subjects. And I thought I was a failed engineer. I'm like, what is an engineer doing? Like, if she's failing 5 out of 6. I went into depression, and then I thought, you know, I have to get back that and let's find things that make me happy. I took a happy day challenge, which was, can you be happy for 100 days in a row? I thought to be happy you need these certificates, and that'll drive me to go on stage, become the first in my class, and that would make me happy. But I was wrong. I failed that challenge 23 days later. But what I found through that challenge was happiness lied in the little things. It was in finding a shawarma here in Goa. Cabbage does not belong in a shawarma, but who cares? At least I found it in Goa. And I could go to the beach in Goa. That was what could make me happy. In Kuwait, it's all desert. Then, this girl who failed in 5 out of 6 subjects, then in her final year goes for all the placement interviews and bags first place in all. I got every place, even IBM back then. I beat the highest ranker in my class. But when it was time to go to the job, the interviewer asked me, you want to go to Hyderabad or Delhi? And I thought they were both nearby and said no to both. Then I take my first job at this place where all the people, they said, Marian, you're a bad marketer, you're a bad writer. And I thought, when I leave this company, I'm not going to talk to anybody over here. I am a failure, so I don't want to be with anybody. But 2 of my good friends are from there, one of which I was even a bridesmaid at her wedding. Because of that failed job over there led to me starting my own company, which is called Pink and Gold. And I said, let's just do this. I'm good at it. My first brand was a restaurant. In 1 month, his brand was booming. He was full. From zero to hero, he became. And I was very excited. I said, now I'm a marketer. I can do anybody, anything I want. So I took this yoga client who was from UK and failed her miserably. In 2 months, I couldn't market her anymore. I said, okay, you know what? So I'm only good at marketing maybe restaurants, cafes and resorts. So I said no to her and I said, let me just continue doing something else. Everyone said I was a good dancer. So I also started a dance school back then. Few months later, we realized we couldn't handle our school anymore. So we had to shut it down. But even in that failure, we have the brand called Latin Rush Go, where every dancer coming to Goa gives us a call first. So did I fail in that, or I started a community? Because I was so good at marketing restaurants, I then said, okay, if I can market restaurants, I can start my own restaurant. Started a pizza brand, and that was called Cafe Rush. I entered that kitchen and I had to feed people, and I realized, man, I can't cook for anyone besides me and myself. Sometimes I don't even do that. due to all these failures, I decided, okay, fine, I'm a good marketer in restaurants, cafes, and resorts. Let me just continue with them. And I'm doing a great job. I love marketing them. And because of that failed restaurant, I know what is the back end of a restaurant, how a chef should work. And I can sit with them and understand how to market every product better. That comes to the topic of today. What is failure really? Is it something that's in our mind? Or is it something that we create? Is it something that, you think that there's a written script of success and failure? Or is it something that you put yourself down? Is it something you think in your mind or something you feel from your heart? Or is it all about perspective? You might think somebody is a failure, I might think that myself, but maybe that's just a small window to something really big coming up. Maybe it's just, the world, the society just makes us feel that you have to do this, you have to get this job, and you have to make this much money. So who is Marion Mendes? With all my stories, you all could say I'm a failed restaurateur, you could say I'm a failed dancer, you could say I'm a failed writer. But for me, I'm a successful entrepreneur. I'm very happy with what I'm doing. I think happiness defines success more than anything else. And if that's what I wanted to be, then that's who I am. So then coming back, when I was sitting and making this presentation, since I had to talk about failure, did I really fail and all that? Because my mind doesn't tell me I failed at all that. The only thing that I did fail was I failed at failing, because I don't think that I failed at anything. I'm very happy with that.